Thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Welcome, you're watching the Thrift Store Rundown of the day. We're bringing Hollywood home on a budget in 5 different ways. Make that vastly different ways. Today we'll be digging through what I like to call the ultimate utility box, unearthing random trinkets from national treasures. In short, things we don't normally review around here from pop culture institutions you know good and well in and out of TSR. First one up, P. Allen Smith, America's Gardener, and his Veggies and Herbs recipe and gardening card collection, part of his From Garden to Table line. I should note that Wet Vine Blue Thrift Store, where I picked this up for $2.99, had another card collection similar to this one, but I chose this because, as you know, we start every week off with food, no matter how you get it. If you haven't heard of P. Allen Smith or any of his 3 TV shows, his long-running Garden Home public television series, or syndicated shows, Garden to Table in this case, which is food-oriented, or Garden Style, which has an equal balance of everything, food, decor, and gardening, you probably don't know much about gardening, because this dude knows it all, and he can make you laugh a little bit. So let's see what this From Garden to Table card collection has in store for us. An overview about growing and maintaining your veggie and herb garden, whether it's the size of our garden or lack thereof here in the studio, or the size of P. Allen Smith's Moss Mountain Farm in Arkansas, which is basically a farmland metropolis. By the way, he regularly opens up his Moss Mountain Farm for guests to tour. And that's seasonal tours, by the way. You might want to check online to see when Moss Mountain Farm will be open if you want to book a tour. You should make a reservation. Anyway, this multi-fold pamphlet gives you a brief overview about how to grow and maintain your veggie and herb garden, and giving you the proper tools for the job. And then we have a few project cards here, one containing an overview, and the other few containing fun projects for you to practice in your own garden. From making your own salsa garden and lettuce bowls, to pest control tips, how to keep away those unwanted garden guests like cutworms and the stuff of that like, and how to attract those that can actually do your garden a lot of good in lieu of bad. Photos on one side, and instructions and projects on the other side. And then we get to 27 veggies and herbs. In those cards, you get an overview of how to grow and maintain those veggies and herbs, divided into cool and warm seasons, 3 out of 4 seasons with the exception of winter. I doubt anybody's growing anything during this time of the year. Anyway, basil, cherry tomatoes, eggplant, and summer squash on one side of the cards. In this case, it would be the warm season cards. And then on the other side, recipes that make the best use out of what you get out of those bounties. Baked cherry tomatoes with basil and parmesan, basil pesto, dill potato salad, and chilled squash soup. These are the warm season cards. Let's check out the cool season cards next, because, well, at least you're going to be prepping way ahead of time for the actual cool season to begin. Mildly cool, mildly warm, hitting the sweet spot. That's what we call spring. And these are your cool season cards here. Just picking out 3 at random, we have here cabbage, spinach, and lettuce. Now the other side, cabbage and apples, a warm spinach and basil salad, and a sunside salad. I would say this almost leans heavily on the salad, but we got a good number of recipes in here, and a good variety of recipes, mains and sides, for you to test out what you grew in your homemade bounty. And as if that wasn't enough, you have here an hour-long DVD companion, which I'm trying to get out now, Oh, by the way, you don't see the price tag on here, but again, I paid $2.99 for this. The price tag was actually placed right here. If I didn't take it off, this would be a little bit tricky to open. I'm trying to find a DVD right now. It's actually, well, almost baked on in there. This is a pretty tight box. Here it is. So this is the companion DVD. It's an hour long with additional how-to projects, organic care, and pest control tips and garden tours as featured on his P. Smith's Garden Home series. I'm sorry to say that none of the recipes featured in this card collection are included on this DVD. Had it did, this would have gotten all 5 claps, but it didn't. So it's gonna get the usual 4.5. So anyway, now you got a brief overview from my mouth about P. Smith's Veggies and Herbs card collection. From containers of lettuce and rosemary to rolls of broccoli and tomatoes, there's nothing like growing your own produce, and garden designer and lifestyle expert P. Smith shows you how with his Veggies and Herbs. This card collection features planting and care info for 27 of Smith's favorite herbs and veggies, as well as corresponding recipes for a true garden-to-table experience. This collection also includes an hour-long DVD with additional how-to projects, organic care, and pest control tips and garden tours. Another example right here of the cool season veggies, herbs, and recipes you can whip up with those seasonal produce. And we already shown you that. This retails for $14.95 stateside, and the photography is by his team of Jane Cole-Glazer, Kelly Quinn, and Donna Evans. Produced in partnership with Body Plants. Oh, and by the way, we've only ever done one other recipe card collection, and that was Sarah O'Connor's Menus and Music, Smooth Cooking, pairing party appetizers and drinks with a CD of classic smooth jazz standards. This card collection, though, just might be my new favorite. Good eating and good health, all for a good bargain. That's the name of the game around here, no matter what the delivery system might be. And I strongly encourage you to check out his YouTube channel, which will be linked downstairs. It's not just an archive of his television work, but it also features original content, such as garden tours, his tours of Moss Mountain Farm, and other gardens. Plus, garden Q&As taking questions from viewers, some of them incorporating a live studio audience at Moss Mountain Farm in Arkansas, and even a few funny sketches. This guy makes horticulture a hoot and a half. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.